springtime sight fishing, or when they're spawning, I mean, there's, they kind of really get off biting moving baits. It's hard. You don't catch them on a spinnerbait anymore very often. It's hard to get them to bite a lot of stuff on the bed, especially after they've been there and been pressured. I like to throw waxworm, but I always try to get them first on heavier tackle when I'm around, better fish, if I can. There was a bed right here that had 2. I'm gonna try to stop way out here. My first shot's gonna be with a Senko. Sight fishing is a lot like hunting. It's really, some people love it, some people hate it. It can be challenging, but really rewarding at the same time. And the coolest thing is you can go, we call it window shopping. You're just looking for the biggest one you can find. So I'm about as far as I can be away from it and see them, and I don't really see the fish well, but I'm trying to catch them first by just working a Senko through there pretty easy. See if I can catch them without having to get in there and really work on them. Oh, did you see that? It just turned on it. Oh my gosh, come on, this is a good fish. Eat that thing, come on. Now I always try to hit beyond the bed and pull it in, because if you just carpet bomb one, it's usually not a good outcome. One thing about sight fishing, it'll make you a good pitcher. Help your pitching, your accuracy a lot, because you have to be, and it's just over and over repeated. And if you don't put it in the perfect spot every time, it will take you a lot longer to catch most fish. Now, this bed is like a lot of beds during spawn. They're not all bright white spots. Once they've been on it for a few days, or if they've laid eggs, they don't fan it anymore, and it actually will get darker in the middle. It almost looks like I call them an inverse tire. It's white on the out, it's a white ring around a dark spot. That's a bed that's been there a little bit, and they aren't fanning it anymore. Missed it. So I'm just letting it load up. I can't see them at all, and really going by watching them eat it is a bad idea, because that's a good way to hook them outside the mouth or miss them, or they just flare at it a lot of times. It looks like they're biting it, and they don't. You want to be able to shake it and not move it out of the bed, because if you're not in the bed, oh, I just got bit. If you're not in the bed, they don't care. So if you give it 3 hops and you're out of the bed, then you're not in the strike zone. So make a real accurate pitch in there. Hop in there, shake it real hard. And it's the best way to learn is with a visible bait that you can see. And once you get comfortable with it, you usually catch them much faster on a natural colored bait, something green pumpkin or black or watermelon. I'm about to leave these alone and come back. It's also a good, it's like a game of chess. You get them pretty fired up, and then they don't bite. If you leave them alone for a while and just slide back over, sometimes they're still mad and they'll bite it real quick, and you don't have to sit here and keep on throwing on them 100 times. Anyway, we'll move on to the next one. When there's a lot up, don't let one fish waste your day, because it does become personal. That's the other thing that's it's a totally different it's a lot more like hunting than fishing. And that's why, don't let one fish just ruin your whole day. I mean, it's hard. If it's a really big fish, you can commit, but there's always, if you keep looking, you'll find some that are hot and maybe they just came in. And the fish you've been trying to catch that was real hard to catch might be in a different mood in 30 minutes. So, kind of like knowing when to hold them and knowing when to fold them. Yeah, there's a good fish here. There's actually 3, but there's one that's substantially larger than the other 2, and it's going for it right there. And oh my gosh. First cast. Oh, yeah, baby. Nice. Yeah, ball up in that grass. That's awesome. Come here, baby. All right. That's what you look for. There's the hot ones that'll you can back off and throw in there. First cast. No, stay on there. You barely hit. Come here. Yeah. Nice fish. A little thick, barely hooked, but little Senko strikes. Not a giant, but man, they sure are pretty. Almost looks like a big male, but who knows. Well, we will see you later, buddy. Thanks for playing. Well, let me show you my setup real quick. This is what I've been throwing this Senko on. Weightless soft plastics. This is a 15-pound test. Fluorocarbon line. That's a 3/0 wide gap hook. You don't need anything more than this. This is not a finesse hook. It's just, you know, it's a nice, just normal hook. And that's a 5-inch Senko. This is 15-pound line. I throw 17, I throw 12 sometimes. Sometimes I throw even heavier, depending. If I get on a really big fish, I'll throw a big line, a big Senko with a bigger hook, and might even use braid. So, but today, 15-pound line, 3/0 hook, Senko. This is my Duckett Pro Series, Signature Series rod. It's a 7-foot medium heavy rod. Got a nice, you know, good tip on it. You can feel, you know, it's perfect to wiggle that bait on the bed. Even though this doesn't have a weight on it, you can still wiggle it enough to kind of get the Senko kind of shaking, I think. Duckett Paradigm reel. This is it's a fast one, 7.5 to 1, and this is the CWX 200 size, but it's a fast retrieve ratio. I usually use for pitching at least a 7 to 1 retrieve ratio reel. This is a 7.5. Got a great drag, very smooth, has magnetic cast control as well as the centrifugal cast control over here. So it's a great reel, smooth, get it out there, put it in the same spot every time, which is important, and you're off to the races. Yeah, they're in it right now. There's a male. Every bed has a male, and then there's 2. That means there's a female in there. There's 3. That's typically a male and 2 females. Males don't get along. They're very territorial. Now the females are the ones the males are trying to corral into their nest over there, and they're going to get them to lay their eggs. And the females don't stay that long. You know, sometimes maybe they'll stay 3 or 4 days. A lot of times it's 1 day, might be 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I mean, they kind of go in and leave. But the males are the ones that make the bed, get the females to come to the bed. The males are the ones that stay and protect the nest. And then when the fry hatch, the males are the ones that protect the fry. And the females, their job is get big and fat in the lake, throw lots of eggs, come in, drop them off, and go right back out. Can't really see it right now. Yeah, there's fish. Ooh. Got another one. This is one of the other ones. Woo. Long distance, weightless. It's just the deadliest first shot in there always for me. Boy, that's a pretty one. Look at the colors on this guy. This looks more like a male than the other one. Right in the corner of the mouth. Beauty. Look at that. Spawn and coloration of a bass. A lot of times they get this turquoise on their tip of their pectoral fins or caudal fins. I don't remember which one those are called. But beautiful. Lit up. Gorgeous. We're going back for more. Yeah, round 2, ding. Yeah, here we go. Right in there. I see you. That's a good fish, man. Got you this time. Oh yeah. Yeah, baby. All right, there's another one over there too. That's the male. Boy, look how pretty. Talk about some turquoise fins. See those pectoral fins are just lit up. I don't know if you can see that, they're just glowing turquoise looking. Spawning coloration all the way. Come here, buddy. Okay, let's see if the other one will bite now. The other one's bigger. Came back, knew right where they were. Different time of day, they're just starting to sit a little harder, I guess, but they also got messed with earlier, so you leave them mad. And they get, and then I think they stay mad for a while, but they get less conditioned to your baits. And man, if you can make a great presentation, and that's critical. Come in and not just bomb the bed, but nice, subtle, let it hit the water release and just pull it in there. You get them on first cast like that a lot of times. So that's just one of the tricks that helps you catch them faster, especially those hard ones. And there is another one over there too, so that's bigger, the female. That was the male. So there's two over here, so let's see if the other one's ready to go. They're getting mean, getting later in the afternoon. Notice the difference? Come on. Ooh, 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 got it. Got it. Heck yeah. How fun is that? This is a fun time of year. Weightless soft plastics, just throwing it, light spots in the water. See them occasionally. So fun. And they're beautiful. Oh, it's a beautiful fish. Sweet. It's right in the top. Man, they're pretty.